to see how better we can work ahead. There has been a lot of issues previously in election, specifically election observation. For example, there has been issue of observers failing to be accredited by Electoral Commission, and there has also been issue around late accreditation by election commission for observers. So there have been issues around electoral violence that definitely affect election observers. There have been issues around the security of election observers. So today's meeting was basically to see how best do we mitigate. First of all, to identify the risk or the potential challenges that we have been faced with previously, but moving forward, how do we then work and come up with a combined strategy, a shared strategy based on our experience.
The meeting, organized by Western Regional Civil Society Network, brought together a number of civil society organizations operating in the region, such as Rete Uganda, Wenda, and People Empowering People, among others, to discuss on issues pertaining the electoral process. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
At least 77 pupils were struck by lightning in Ino Primary School in Ndehu County, Nebi District, on the 31st of July 2024. Alfred Jawok reports.
At least 77 pupils were struck by lightning in Ino Primary School in the sub-county, Nebi District, on Wednesday afternoon. West Nile TV visited the scene. It was discovered that the lightning struck pupils from different primary schools of Owelo, Ogalo, Omoyo. It should be noted that most pupils from schools in rural areas play football with the bare foot, and this exacerbates the problem as the area is on a flat ground. The head teacher of Ino Primary School, Miss Rosaline Mongachel, confirmed that 77 pupils, one teacher and a community member were severely injured and were rushed to Nebi General Hospital for treatment. She identified the critically injured as Rose Ayurot, a teacher from Willow Primary School, Judith Pimer, Xavier Forward, Jude Washgiu, among others, all pupils from Owilo Primary School.
Shortly after that, you find that lightning came and struck, then in which 79 pupils, including a teacher and an outsider, were affected. 7 people were badly off and were immediately rushed to the hospital, and later on another 11 were taken to the hospital. Those 7 were admitted, but the others were given first aid, out of which out of the 79, 18 were taken to Nebi General Hospital, and the others remained at Oweko Health Center too.
One of the victims, identified as Ruth Awachango, narrated how they were attacked by the lightning.
Then I decided to leave those who were playing to rush and at least have someone. At least I entered the room where they gave for our school there. So before I entered it, I stood outside. I peeped through the window like this. When I saw a number of children and some teachers, the room was overcrowded. Then I decided to stand up. Now, as soon as I decided to stand like this, I had the lightning.
Honorable Isaac Otimgiu Ismail, Padire County Member of Parliament, who equally rushed to the scene, described the incident as unfortunate as this will affect learning in the affected schools. Honorable Otimgiu appealed to community members not to take shelter under trees while it is raining.
To do with lightning arresters, because so that means that our children are actually staying in the line of fire. Anytime they can be struck by lightning. So this is a matter which I'm going to take up very seriously, and I'll make sure that I table it on the floor of Parliament by next week, and I make sure that the Ministry of Education is more than aware of this matter, because they need to do a countrywide survey on most of these old buildings, especially the old schools and the old health centers, to make sure that they have lightning arresters, so that we do not get such unfortunate events again in our areas.
Honorable Bosco Kwai, Chapaso Local Council 3 in the sub-county, revealed that the pupils reported from different schools and were for primary school football and netball competitions at Oweko Primary School.
But what is actually worse, that's actually not pleased with that, we have 3 classroom blocks with not even a single lightning arrestor. This is the problem actually. Yet when actually contracts are being given to these contractors, in the BOQ there's provision for that lightning arrestor, but they don't put it. When we begin to follow from the district, I think no much effort is made. This is my plea to the districts, that whenever they are constructing classroom in any school, the first component they should consider seriously is the lightning arrestor. Because if we had lightning arrestor at the school, I think it would have helped. That damage could have not been caused. This is our worry.
Meanwhile, Mr. Robert Abak, RDC Nebi District, advises school administrators to always have lightning arresters to curb these incidents. Mr. Abak further said the victims are steadily recovering, as health experts have done their best to save the lives of the victims. He cautioned the public not to use a cliff or rocky overhang for shelter when it is raining.
But what I discovered is that the school has no lightning arrestor, and most of our rural schools, they don't budget for that, yet they have the money. So yesterday I guided COW to at least convene a meeting with all the head teachers. They have to consider budgeting for lightning arresters, because with the challenge of climate change, global warming and climate change, this kind of scenario will continue to occur. As I was following on social media, even in one school in a patch called Ayago had the same incident where one pupil died.
By press time, no death case was reported, as the victims are admitted at various health facilities like Nebi General Hospital, St. Luke Hospital, Angal, and Rusiel Center, respectively. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Government officials have inspected some of the projects of non-governmental organizations, especially in Ochia Health Center 3, in Ochia Refugee Camp, Tero District. Oracle Benson Pastore and Nosuta Yusuf report.
Government officials in different capacities and from different angles in Uganda have this time taken a brilliant step to inspect some of the projects of non-governmental organizations, particularly Alliance of Women Advocating for Change programs, and also inspected Ochia Health Center 3 in Ochia Refugee Camp, Tero District. This has come as a result of devastating challenges both hosts and refugees in refugee settlements, more especially teenage girls, continues to encounter. As a result, Alliance of Women Advocating for Change has come on board to help calm the situation. Michael Semakula, Program Manager for our work, highlights the public with the kind of people they're operating with and the districts they're operating in.
Our work, we started working in the Rhino Cup in 2021 through the POWER project. Basically, we were looking at women who engage in transaction sex, women affected by displacement, those who are living with HIV, injecting drugs, but also even those who are having disabilities. We're empowering young girls through social accountability that they can be able to, for example, follow up on services that have provided the health facilities. For example, social productive health services. They can be able to do socio-economic resilience activities. For example, they've been able to be skilled in soap making, but also in business skills.
Sylvia Musubega, a beneficiary with our work, said the organization has transformed her a lot and highlights the public with some of the benefits she has achieved.
The program that our work brought, it has really brought a very big change. Right now, youths are no more going like a normal fearing to go to the health center for health reproductive services. They no more fear. When I want family planning, I will go because I know there is a private room. I know there is a safe space. I didn't know anything about saving. So far when we started the saving 7th July last year, so we will be opening this year.
Honorable Erema Vincent, LC3 Chairman Uriama Sub-County, said host communities should also be considered too when it comes to this kind of initiatives.
It should be something that should cover both the hosts and the refugees, so that the hosts feel, yes, we are hosting our brothers and sisters, and this is what they are going through, this is what we are going through, so that the peaceful coexistence we talk of should really be seen to happen.
Honorable Obigaros, Women Member of Parliament Terego, applauds our work, similarly emphasizes on the issue of rampant teenage pregnancy in the district.
They have really attained skills of making liquid soap, or making biscuits, or making so many other things. But I think they shouldn't settle down and relax. The program is very, very good. In Terego, if you take the highest numbers in a year, we get between 3,800 to 4,000 pregnant young girls. My pressure is now, how do I remove the young generation from these teenage and unwanted pregnancies?
She further said she will fight to see that Terego district has a better health facility.
I'm not going to sit down. As a representative of the people of Terego, my next push is, can we get a district hospital and then 2 grade 4 hospitals for Terego district.
Honorable Kakembo Michael, Member of Parliament and Entebbe Municipality, urges the organizations behind these projects to provide the beneficiaries with the necessary capital, raw materials, equipment and others.
After training this young girl in tailoring skills, can we mobilize among ourselves at least and buy for them a few tailoring machines for them to begin? If you are giving them skills in making liquid soap, after learning the skills, can we get some capitals and buy them the raw material to help them begin? Because the starting capital is the only problem. After getting the starting capital, you make about 10 jerrycans. After selling the 10 jerrycans, you will get the money and buy now your own what? Raw material to manufacture more and more. So we need that one.
Letty Clement, Clinical Officer Ochia Health Center 3, highlighted the public with health services they offer and further urges boy child to be considered too in fight against teenage pregnancy.
We basically serve persons who are forcibly displaced and stateless, those are the refugees, and then the host community at large. We have a very big catchment population of over 18,333, with the 14,891 being what? The refugees. We offer a number of services to these clients, ranging from the general outpatient services, which include general consultations, laboratory services, HIV and TB, and nutrition services. And then we offer what actually qualifies us to be a health center 3. Those are the sexual and reproductive health services. Involvement of the boys is also very important. As we talk about girls getting pregnant, we understand that it is these boys that impregnate them. So it will also be very important to have interventions in the community that target these boys, so that collectively we can solve these issues of teenage pregnancies, among others.
Alliance of Women Advocating for Change came into existence in 2014, and their project will still continue to run because they have tackled numerous challenges that has been encountered by teenage mothers, therefore transforming their lives in terms of economic empowerment and living in health, productive lives. Oraku Benson Pastore, Usuta Yusuf, Western Nile Television, NILE CAST.
Nebi District area members of Parliament on the 30th of July 2024 spent the whole day monitoring the progress on how 1 billion shillings road funds dispersed to the central government to each district and the municipality across the country was spent. Take a look.
Following the recent demonstration by a section of youths over poor roads in Nebi District and the municipality, the area members of Parliament for Nebi District on Tuesday, 30th July 2024, spent the whole day monitoring the progress on how the 1 billion shillings road funds dispersed by the central government to each district and municipality across the country. During the monitoring of roads in Nebi municipality, the MPs realized that some of the roads being worked on lack quality marams to enable road users and farmers access their destinations. Honorable Hashim Suleiman, Member of Parliament for the municipality, noted that although the roads are being worked on, the municipality should expedite the work during this rainy season. Honorable Hashim lauded the municipality engineering department for putting the funds to the right use.
We feel that they should really expedite the process because time is also moving. They are telling us that the rain is also trying to affect them, which is really normal. But we still say that they should speed up the process because you can see there's a lot of work yet to be done in very many spots from the municipality up to now. We are now in the district roads and they are still working on the culverts.
Meanwhile, Honorable Agnes Ashibu, woman member of parliament who doubles as chairperson roads committee in Nebi district, equally said upon inspection of the major roads under rehabilitation across the district, there is value for money, but urged the district engineer to work on some of the bad spots like Inerusi, Koch, Pangere, Abongo, among others.
As I talk now today, as we move to monitor the works on the roads, I think I'm impressed because the last time we came to see the road works, that was on the 10th of June, the work was there, but it was not so much satisfactory. But today, as we came, the engineering department have done their part.
According to Honorable Ashibu, the district should prioritize working on the roads which connect local farmers to the nearby markets like Erusi and Payanim.
And I think what we are left with is installation of some culverts, then also putting maram on the road. That is the major work that is left on this long stretch from Achwera to Parombo as far as the district is concerned.
This is the second time for roads inspection has initiated by the legislators so that the works in both municipality and district are done well. Recently, a group of youths in Parombo sub-county demonstrated over the appalling state of Aila Bridge, which claimed lives of people, and the youths tasked the district leadership to work on the bridge, which is a business road in the district. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Over 150 cassava farmers and commercial traders in Arara District obtained value addition skills under the Post-Bank Agri Small and Medium Enterprise Skills Development Program facilitated in partnership with the Federation of Small and Medium Enterprises to enable production of good quality value addition cassava products and exploration of trading opportunities. Take a look. Over 150 cassava farmers and commercial traders in Arara District obtained value addition skills under the Post-Bank Agri Small and Medium Enterprises Skills Development Program, facilitated in partnership with the Federation of Small and Medium Enterprises with the aim of equipping farmers with value addition skills in order to enable exploration of trading opportunities across the West Nile region. The 3 days training involved hands-on learning at Kabia and Sons Millers, where farmers gained knowledge on the entire process of producing cassava flour, post-harvesting handling, and good manufacturing practices of value addition that will enable farmers to produce quality cassava products. During the financial literacy training workshop and awarding of certificate ceremony, Ronald Tumwesije, coordinator of the Federation of Small and Medium Enterprises, stated that this training is aimed at helping farmers obtain good manufacturing practices so as to ensure quality of value addition cassava products in the market.
We realize that our SMEs really need and have a lot of challenges, and which as SME we need to address. This very program, we handle a number of things. Number one, we handle post-harvest handling, good manufacturing practices, and also hygiene and standardization, then also financial literacy. When it comes to, we realize as FSMEs that a number of SMEs have many challenges, and among which our agri-SMEs lack value addition knowledge. They also lack, they have a challenge of access to finance. Then also, they also have a challenge of accessibility to market. So in so doing, Federation together with the Post Bank, we are trying much as possible to interest these SMEs for them to be able to practice good manufacturing practices and also agricultural value addition. Why? Because we believe that when they put this into place, they will be able to scale their market, they will be able to scale, number one, from within their area and also in the East African continent.
Kizito Ezama, the personal banker at Post Bank Arara branch, in his remarks to the press, stated that this training was a way of giving back to the community by enabling the SMEs access financial aid in the creation of employment opportunities so as to foster prosperity for the people of Arara District.
As an institution, it's a way of us giving back to the community, our customers. Thought they have culture, advantage given to us, others, since Sudan, and this is very important engagement for SMEs and culture to enable them basically boosting their businesses and also as well providing them information for the financing businesses. That's Post Bank, one of those commercial banks that is administered with two products: agriculture credit facility, small business to population. And as our mandate clearly says, we do this to foster prosperity for the people of our country and also be able to enable access for the financing for their businesses, because at the end also creating jobs for a young population that keeps growing very busy.
Charles Ichogo, the resident city commissioner Arara City, lauded the cassava farmers for taking on cassava planting under the Parish Development Model Initiative, stating that this initiative is going to help farmers to be elevated from poverty.
You realize that in West Nile, but Arara in particular, we have been monitoring PDM. PDM is a magic bullet for poverty reduction. It is a magic bullet for socio-economic transformation. And the last monitoring we had was yesterday. A majority, 90% of the enterprises had chosen cassava. And I was very impressed this morning to be called to come for this function, only to discover that they are going to support our PDM farmers to add value to process cassava to a very high quality flour. So one, I want to thank Post Bank. I would like to thank FMC for this initiative. It is going to help our farmers a long way in alleviating poverty. With this initiative now, we are going to have quality flour which we are going to export.
The 4 days training ended with participants receiving certificates of participation, which were handed over by the representatives of Post Bank Uganda, the Federation of Small and Medium Enterprises, and the resident city commissioner. Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, NILE CAST. The Rotary Club of Apakololo in Gulu City has donated assorted scholastic materials worth 20 million shillings to St. Joseph Primary School in Gulu City. According to the president of the Rotary Club of Apakololo, despite the school being located in Gulu City, this 99-year-old school is facing similar problems of inadequate reading materials for learners, sanitary pads for the girls while in school, just like any other rural area setting school. Take a look.
Being the organizations that brings together people from different backgrounds to provide humanitarian rights service while advancing goodwills and peace around the world, Rotary Clubs of Apakololo donated to St. Joseph's Primary School numbers of assorted scholastic materials.
This is disp that the Rotary Club of Apakololo is giving to St. Joseph's Primary School in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
with hope to continue partnering with St. Joseph's Primary School. Dan Alinange, the president of Rotary Clubs of Upper Korolo, says the donation will help to boost the reading ability for these children for a better future.
We have brought benches for the school. We have brought reusable pads for the girls, the big girls, in primary 6 and primary 7. We have brought scholastic materials for the candidates, those ones who are going to start primary leaving examination, and the textbooks as a start. But as I said before, this is the beginning.
The head teacher at St. Joseph's Primary School, Hayden Ajok, who appreciated Rotary Clubs of Upper Korolo for their kind donations, also says, being one of the oldest schools in the region, St. Joseph's Primary School is operating on a dilapidated structures which was put up by the missionaries in 1925.
The classroom condition is not conducive enough for teaching and learning. If you move to classes, the walls are broken, the floors are broken, and we also have very limited classroom desks. And this hinders the teaching learning process. It is even difficult for the teachers to display their learning materials on the walls of the classroom because the walls are all broken and they're just not good enough for the charts to be displayed.
Cedric Mojico, the president of Rotary Club of Upper Korolo, says as young people, they are coming to inspire these young ones to stay in school and finish their study for a better future.
The Rotary Club of Upper Korolo has basically young people like myself, but the reason why we come and speak to them is that they can actually relate directly to what we have gone through, their experiences, so that they can be a source of inspiration to them.
The chairman PTA, Ujok Matthew Simon, says this donation will help in improving on the school enrollment, which have been drastically dropping over the years.
This support of 40 desks, I am very sure will go a long way improving standards in the school. Because when a child is seated while learning, that means that controlling that child, attracting that child to learning phenomenon will be very easy.
According to Dan Alinange, lack of scholastic materials, sanitary pads for girls, and poor structures are some of the reasons contributing to the dropout of the 33% of children who start primary 1 and fail to finish their primary 7s, saying they are coming to St. Joseph's Primary School is to bridge this gap. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
During the Local Government Management of Service Delivery Performance Assessment for 2023 at Moyo People's Hall, assessors have been urged to go deep down to the grassroots so as to get first-hand information for assessing performance in the district. Okumu Dominic reports.
The Management of Service Performance Assessment targeted the heads of departments in the district, aimed at identifying the different areas where the district performed well and those which require improvements for better performance in the years to come. Honorable Andu Richard Opeli, the Vice Chairman Local Council 5 Moyo during the district performance review meeting, appealed to the Office of the Prime Minister, which is responsible for the assessment, to consider sending the assessors deep down to the grassroots so as to get first-hand information and be able to see what they are assessing instead of relying on the information provided by the heads of departments.
So my appeal to you people is, I don't know what criteria or trend you have used for assessment, but when I was consulting with some few of my heads of department, the people came on the ground here. You came, consulted with them, that's why you have to assess them. But to me, you should have assessed this one. Maybe going deep down on the ground and so exactly what's happened where.
Mrs. Jessica Ongerito, the Chief Administrative Officer Moyo, acknowledged the fact that the district performance is not up to date, but she however said, whereas the district has its own weaknesses, but some of the weaknesses come from above, adding that the scores need to be adjusted, especially when the weakness is from above.
I'm happy you come so that we can review the areas that we feel the ministry can do better. Because you get a 0 for a position you have requested many times to clear. And the person who is supposed to clear knows the reason, but you still get a 0. So some of it, yes, it is us, but some of it are not ours. So we are really hoping that where the conditions are beyond us, they should give us some amounts. Because why should I be penalized for something that really I have not contributed for?
Mr. Taremwa Roland, the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer at the Office of the Prime Minister, said the purpose of the engagement is to disseminate the last year's local government management of service delivery performance assessment and to outline the areas where the district performed well and those which needs improvements, adding that Moyo District ranked 58th compared to 43rd in 2022, which is a great improvement.
Disseminate the results of last year's local government management of service delivery performance assessment, where Moyo was ranked 58th and it had made an improvement from 43rd. That was commendable. So we came to share with them not just the results but the details of where they went wrong, what they did right, what they did wrong, and how they can be able to improve, what areas or gaps they can be able to address to make sure they score even higher.
Honorable Asusije Bisam, the Secretary for Finance and Production, Moyo District, urged the assessment team to come out clear on some of the factors they identified during assessment that has either positive or negative impact on the performance in certain given area, so as to allow room for improvement in service delivery.
I think next time when we are presenting this type of information, for instance, what have you identified in Laropi Town Council, for example, that has contributed to get better results?
Mr. Vochiri Geoffrey, the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer Moyo, demanded to know the financial implications associated with the best performance in the service delivery.
You did not display to us the financial implication. Have they gained more? Or what they have gained is affected by district negative? Yeah, for the local government. Yeah. So what is the best performance impact on in terms of allocation?
The Office of the Prime Minister (OPM) is charged with the responsibility of monitoring and assessing the local government performance through the local government management of service delivery performance assessment and rate the districts, sub-counties and town councils basing on a number of areas such as the cross-cutting issues, education, health, water and environment, microscale irrigation, among others, to determine their performance and identify areas which needs improvement so as to provide quality services to the public. Dominic Antonio Kumu, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
The political and technical staffs of Tero District have applauded the NGO partners for various contributions and efforts they have put in place to reduce the alarming teenage pregnancies in the district through sensitization and affirmative actions towards the young people. Usuta Yusuf reports.
The stakeholders made their remarks during a meeting held in Tero District LC5 Chairman's office on Tuesday, 30th of July 2024, which was attended by officials from Akina Mamawa Africa Organization, the Alliance of Women Advocating for Change, Sexual Reproductive Health and Rights Alliance Uganda, and Tero District officials. Chief Administrative Officer for Tero District, Echadu Moses, appealed for public integrations to protect the vulnerable people like the youth, the elderly and the PWDs.
We need to integrate our public policies and then the social policies so that we have policies that protect our communities, particularly vulnerable groups. If they are dropping out of schools, what is the problem? Because for them to become meaningful human resource, they must have the necessary knowledge, skills and attitudes to transform society. But if they don't have any skills, any knowledge and any positive attitude to development, it means they will remain human beings.
Honorable Saka Wilfred, the LC5 chairman for Tero District, lobbied for more NGOs to come to the district, saying Tero is a district which demonstrates its feasibility.
We are the midpoint of West Nile for those who are here for the first time. Any project that you would want to pilot you are better to do it here. You will certainly catch fire. The rest of the members of the West Nile fraternity will be able to profit from here. Okay, we're a new district, 4 years now, and our motto is no project should fail in Tero. And I think we have not failed. If you find a project that has failed at the district court as well in Tero, this is the only project that inherited from the mother district as well.
Resident District Commissioner for Tero District, Mr. Ikoboa Festus, has asked the MPs and NGOs to look for subsidies for the youth who are already skilled.
When we are talking about youth, one of the challenges, honorable members, I think I need to put before you people so that you can also look into it. We are skilling the children, we are skilling the youth. After skilling these youth without capital, how are they going to really practice this knowledge that they have acquired? I'm saying this because we have skilled so many youth here, but at the end of the day, the youth will still come and sit at home. Can we maybe through you people, honorable members of parliament, put this in the floor of parliament to see that after skilling these youth, can we really allocate some resources for them to start up or a startup capital to really take up what they have learned?
Honorable Biga Rose, the woman MP for Tero District, who decried the vulnerability of the communities that are hosting refugees, requested the partners for equality when it comes to affirmative actions for the vulnerable people in the district.
My other appeal is, as we are working with the displaced communities, let's have the host community at the center, because the host community has become more vulnerable than even the displaced community. When I bring anything here in Tero, which should have literally been for the host community, I do not disgregate against the refugees or the displaced community. They have been with us for over 20 years. 20 years, this become part of me.
Recent statistics presented by the district officials indicated that Tero District is one of the leading districts in Uganda in terms of teenage pregnancies, with the youngest teenage mother being 11 years old. Osuta Yusuf, West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
And with that, viewer, that marks the end of the NILE CAST weekly news roundup on your West Nile Television. Thank you always.